Good afternoon and welcome back to Carrick's Studio. I'm Craig and today we're going to go through yet another Aromatic. So today's surprise, as you already know from looking at the thumbnail and the title, we're going to look at Ashton Smooth Sailing. Yes indeed, as a sailor I couldn't resist this. It's made by Kopp in Germany and it is a mixture of Virginia and Burley and Cavendish with a topping of various things. And we'll get into that as we go through this smoke. Now this is a 6-month-old tin, opened once, had a few out of it when it was direct from the tin, and it was very moist, that's what I can say. So I've let it settle for a little while and I'm coming back to it again. Not at my first try, so I'm familiar with what it does taste like, but I thought, you know, I'll let it settle down and we'll try it. Now my hair is just all fluffy, isn't it? Anyway, who cares about the hair? It's about the pipe tobacco today, isn't it? So this I have high hopes for. I've said this so many times and been let down, but it has the makings of a good pipe tobacco. It's got wonderful flavourings, chocolate and cocoa and vanilla and coconut, is it? Or coconut, I think, something like that. And from what I remember, it had a lovely, rich, smooth tin aroma. And yeah, so let's get started, shall we? We'll open it up. There we go. So, plain packaging, there's nothing fancy inside these Ashton tins. They're very similar to the ones that you get from Fox, actually. A couple of the same manufacturer, because it does have a very familiar scent off that now, aroma. And the tobacco looks very similar too, doesn't it? So, you can see here, just scraping this off now, it was very wet originally because it's all stuck to the paper. There we go, look, give you a bit of a look. That's dried out a little bit, but it's still very moist at the bottom. That looks nice. So I'm going to be using the Imperio again, our favourite Savinelli pipe for the day. I've got a brand new filter in there, Savinelli balsa wood filter. So let's put in a handful of that. That might be enough. I'm going to take a, oh, that's nice, but it's died down a lot, that now. That's nice. You get raisin and sweetness. Yeah, what have you got? A bit of coconut maybe, but I'm not too sure about that now. Vanilla-esque. It's definitely died down considerably from when I first opened this. And for that I'm thankful, because I can honestly say when I first tried this it was very, very moist and hard to keep lit, and that's not a good thing to do, is it? Right, so we've got a felt pad in here, these. Yep. And you want pop that in, upside down. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's good. Right, let's get this pipe loaded, shall we? I don't know if you can see that properly, can you? Yep. So we'll just edge it in. There's a bit of something there, I don't know what that is. Up to the top again. A few stalky bits there, look. I tend to take a draw after every time I put some in for these aromatic because I don't want them to be tight. Because if they're overly tight, I don't know, it just doesn't. I don't think it burns properly. That's better. Okay, so the rest back. You see, you think you need all that, but you actually don't with this. The tobacco is quite coarsely cut, so it's not. It is ribbon, but it's more mixed than ribbon, I think. So let's get this lit, shall we? I expected some wonderful flavours from this, please. Bit of a tamp. Get low now. That's not overpowering really, as it was first when new. The first taste I get is that nutty flavour with a vanilla back note off it. Creamy. I need to be careful with this, I think. I'll take it very slowly because it is that little bit drier than it was and it's not packing tight, so I just need to tamp that quite a bit more than I would normally. Smells nice though. Yeah, it does have a bit of a chocolatey flavour about this now. Dark chocolate, not milk chocolate. Not too bad. That could get sharp, I'd say, if you're not careful. As in, it could burn your tongue. Yeah, it definitely has a chocolatey flavour about it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And I'm not doing much talking here, but I'm just trying to keep it a slow light on this. Okay. I don't get an awful lot of Virginia out of this. Definitely get the Black Cavendish and Burley. Small bit of Virginia actually. Depends, I guess, which bit you get when it's lit into because it's quite a mixture. Like, let me show you again, just to let you understand what I mean. You see, there's a lot of Black Cavendish in there. There is quite a bit of Virginia as well. Don't get me wrong. But that Cavendish, I think, has the flavouring in it. It's not overpowering though, right now. You see me tapping or leaning forward every 5 minutes. That's because the screen goes blank. I've got a GoPro 13 Black. There doesn't seem to be an option to stop that from happening. You can have it 1, 2, 3 or 5 minute intervals where it goes into dark mode, and I don't want. It's just annoying. I like to be able to know that I'm in frame. Anyway, what do I think to this? I think it goes out very easily. Like, I'm only sipping this now, and you can see there's not big smoke coming up. I try and build up a bit of smoke for it. I just don't want it to get hot, because I have a feeling this could bite. Okay. You do feel the flavour. You get the flavours. I get that essence in my taste in my mouth and on my tongue. In the moisture that comes up. But you got to keep it cool. You can't chug on this. This is a sipping tobacco, and meant for smooth sailing. If you want smooth sailing, you've got to take your time and you've got to take it easy. Slow movements. And that's the same with this. I'm getting this. I got the tobacco notes now. And they're not bad. That's actually quite nice. It's just beginning to take now. Can you see how it's just coming out the bowl now? There's a little bit coming out the mouthpiece. That's better. I get that coconut sensation as well. And the vanilla's very light. More nutty, but I'm thinking that's coming from the tobacco itself. Yeah. That's nice. Just sipping it away. You get the casing note and feeling, do you know, when you're smoking it, you can feel it in the mouth. You know there's a flavouring there, because tobacco just has a different mouthfeel taste, doesn't it? The flavouring from that. And when you have a topping, there's that slight chemical feeling, isn't there? You get that bit of chemical feeling. That's why I'm always careful with aromatics. Some are just too chemical, and you don't get the flavour of the tobacco at all. This is borderline. Then I just get a wonderful nutty flavour. You know, it's a blend that you've just got to just take it easy with, haven't you? And for some that might be annoying. I'm just managing to keep this cool now and lit at the same time. I can feel it on my tongue. I definitely feel like a slight bite, like a chemical bite. Is it bad? Not really. I find a lot of aromatics do that. It's an okay blend, this. It's not blowing me away. Don't be misled by the name of a tobacco. Just because I like sailing and I am a sailor doesn't mean to say all tobaccos with the name sailing in the blend I'm going to love. You never learn, do we? Okay, so I am getting some nice tobacco nutty flavours now, more so than heavy flavouring, which is what I would want. So I'm going to have a look on Miss Moran's website now, and we'll just get the description from there. Not bad actually, that now that I'm enjoying that now. Before I read this, it's you need to settle into it a bit, and that doesn't always suit some people. Some people just like it to be perfect straight away, and I totally get that, because there are some tobaccos out there that just taste the same straight from lit right the way to the bottom. This isn't one of them. Okay, Ashton Smooth Sailing pipe tobacco is blended from a mixture of Black Cavendish, bright and dark Virginias, and fragrant burley leaf that is topped with a pleasant note of maple. That's what I'm getting. Maple, coconut and cocoa. Yes, maple I'm getting. The Burley takes the lead in this blend, providing rich, nutty, woody notes. Yep. The grassy, citrusy Virginia adds complexity to the mixture, preventing it from becoming too sweet. Yeah, that is right. But it's not overly sweet. Yeah, I would agree with that. The Black Cavendish provides a creamy base which allows the added maple, coconut and dark chocolate to shine. Mild to medium in terms of its strength and nicotine content, with a very pleasant room aroma. Now when I read that, I thought this is just going to be perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. In reality, it's a bit of a watered down version of that. It's all there. And that Cavendish does give you that creamy base, and I do get the richness, the nutty notes, which I like. That's from the Burley. And the Virginia, it's more in the background on this blend, I think. But it isn't bad. Coconut and cocoa. The cocoa in this I'm finding quite mild. It's actually much better now that it's settled down into a nice steady slow pace, where it's got a nice cake that's lit. And you see the smoke coming off now. It's much better, isn't it? Before it was like it's wispy. Yeah, that's gotten better. Okay, let's see what people think of it now on cigar and tobacco reviews. Okay. So, it's a 2.57 out of 4 stars. So it's just about above middle of the road. Pleasantly palatable and wonderfully smooth, this aromatic mixture is slightly nutty, boasting flavours of maple, coconut and dark chocolate. Yeah, it is nutty, alright. And that maple is maple, not vanilla. Maybe it's the coconut and maple together. The dark chocolate. Yeah, it's it is. You do get the darker chocolate. You get the dark chocolate effect. You know, that sweet bitterness flavour. A bit like that. So, Black Cavendish, Virginia, topping of alcohol liqueur, cocoa, chocolate, maple, and it's ribbon, made in Germany by Kopp. Strength mild, flavouring medium, room note pleasant, taste mild to medium. Yeah, I would agree with all of those. So, out of all the 56 reviews, there are 6 4 stars, 28 3 stars, 14 2 stars, and 8 1 star. So, I think some of these people may have tried them straight from the tin, and they were quite heavy and they suffered a little bit. Some of them felt like it was a bit over the top, too much maple. But you get the hint of chocolate. Yeah. And then the other ones say it's ribbon cut, but it's not even in size. Well, it isn't. It's not. There's some large twigs in there. Yes, there are. But there are in a lot of them, so I wouldn't worry about that. I think this person just wanted it to be perfect, straight from the tin, and you didn't have to pick out any little bits. But you always have that, don't you? You probably need to stay away from flake. He reckons that coconut took the #1 spot, and I'm not getting coconut much at all. So I'm guessing, once again, that was straight from the tin. Yeah, aged, when smoked, new. Yeah. This tobacco is made with a very light lemon Virginia, golden Virginia and Cavendish. Yeah, what about the Burley? There's Burley in it too. I noted in this tobacco only the black chocolate and maple, but not the coconut. Okay. It has some maple flavour in the tin, but the smoke have much more taste and flavour. It's a good and impressive tobacco, not too charged in nicotine for an aromatic. What did he give it? 3. Okay. Comes out of the tin, near perfect moisture. Tin note is lovely, inviting, plenty of chocolate and coconut. Once in the bowl, it takes a light with no issue, and after a bit, it unleashes its flavours on you. Yeah, it does take a little while for it to actually come through. Very nice chocolatey, nutty sort of flavour. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Provide you smoke slowly and with enough care, you will also get a nice background flavour of coconut, something akin to vanilla. That's what I was getting, wasn't it? Through these flavours are quickly lost if you get carried away. See, that's why you mustn't smoke them hot. Speaking of which, you'll want to sip this one carefully if you can it can get hot, and while it doesn't get harsh as such, it does lose flavour quite quickly if smoked too fast. Not to mention that it'll punish you with tongue bite as well. Yeah, okay. And one just for this is a number 1 star. That was a what was that? That was a 3 star. So 1 star. Better get your asbestos tongue condom out. Don't worry, there's not much flavour to taste here anyway. Well, at least it does smell nice. It seems to be good quality leaf and it didn't gunk up my pipe. This blend will be totally forgettable if it hadn't caused me to spend a day or two nursing my poor tongue back to form every time I smoked it. Oh dear. I'd say now that person just got a little bit carried away. This definitely needs to be smoked with respect. You have to sip this one. If you don't, it will bite you. For sure. But saying that, it is a tasty smoke. You know, it's not overpowering. It's a bit awkward to keep lit though, I must say. So after all of that now, I'm giving this a 6. It's a 6 because it does have those wonderful nutty flavours. I am getting the flavours from the tobacco, which is nice. But I do get a bit of a chemical feeling of it as well, which I'm not overly fond of. It's not massive, but it's there. And you do get that a lot with a lot of various aromatics, I find anyway. But the main thing I'm holding against it is that it's just... it's not an easy smoke. You have to be careful with it. And is it worth it to be that careful? There are better tobaccos out there that you could smoke that would give you just as much flavour, if not more, with a lot less work. For sure. And with that in mind, I'm going to say really, buy it, enjoy it, treat it with care. If you don't feel like going to too much bother to get the flavours and everything out of it, then I wouldn't bother with it. If you're a person that's happily, you know, likes the conquest and likes to be able to get the most out of it and likes the trial about it, then this is definitely for you. It will reward you. You will get some good flavours out of this. I know that for sure. But you won't. It comes at a cost, and that cost is patience and time. For a retired rogue, that might not be a problem, but even for me, I can't keep going out, and I'm loath to draw on it too much for fear of it biting, because I can feel that it will. So it's not a bad tobacco. Oh, I got chocolate there. Oh, I really did. You just got to keep it going like that. But if you keep it going like that, it's going to get hot. So you have to build it up, get the flavours, and then let it settle down, and start again. And that suits some. Actually, I'm getting good flavours from this now. Let's get a 6.5. Maybe I just need to learn how to smoke this. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, for me, for my taste. There's a lot better out there. But it's not a bad tobacco. If you've got some, or someone's given it to you, or you've bought it, don't be frightened of it. And if you have it and you really like it, I understand why. If you're thinking of buying it and you're a bit unsure, well, try it. You know, don't go necessarily off what I have to say on it and experience. You might experience something differently. It needs to be smoked cool. You need to work it a little bit. Whether it's worth it or not, that's not for me to say. I think it's okay. I've got it. Would I buy another one? Probably not. Will I smoke this? Over time I probably will, but I may end up giving some of it away, I don't know. But yeah, thanks for bearing with me on this. Mediocre at best, I think, is how I can put that. Sorry, Ashton Smooth Sailing, it wasn't so smooth sailing after all for me. Bit choppy, I'm afraid. Ah well, can't win them all. Thank you so much for listening in with me and enjoying this pipe with me, or trying to at very least. If you like it, do hit the like button. If you've got something to say, please do comment. I love the comments. Every day is a learning day for me, and plenty of people are giving experiences and recommendations. I can't get them all because, you know, I'm not a wealthy man. They're expensive. So over time I'll start building up and getting a few more, and I will start trying some of your recommendations. I got a lot to go through yet as well. So yeah. So thank you very much. Like, subscribe and comment, as they say. Thank you very much. Enjoy your pipe for the day, whatever it is of choice, tobacco of choice, or tobaccos like myself, and enjoy the day. And tomorrow I'll have another one for you, and it'll be another aromatic as well. And I want to get a really good one, and yeah, here's to hoping. Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow. Good luck.